Just put it right here in your mind. There's muddy waters. Big Mama Thornton, Gilbert Scott, Elmo James, Robert Johnson. Oh Lord, it ain't nothing but the signifying blues. Sister Rosetta Thorpe, oh Lord, just signifying blues. I got it. I'd like to introduce you to my band, ladies and gentlemen. Charlie! Give me some signifying blues. Mr. Charles Small on guitar. On guitar, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Ricky! Mr. Richard Taylor on the bass. Signify, Ricky. Signify. That's signifying blues. Mr. Richard Taylor on bass. Peter! Give me some signifying blues. Signify. Ooh. What? He's the only one that talked about my mama. Signifying blues. Mr. Peter Buck on drums. Ladies and gentlemen, help me. I got signifying blues. Thank you so much, Jeremy. I got the signifying blues. Jeremy Carberry. I know you're out there, so you might as well party with me. I got signifying blues. I got the blues and the signifying blues. Signifying blues. Thank you so much. We're back. We were here last year. We had Kevin Mo with us. Now we're here all because of this crazy pandemic. All by ourselves, just to see you and say hello. Thank you for having us again, please. Thank you so much. Charlie. All right. This is for you. We picked these songs just for you. So please, come out on the floor and dance with us, all right? All right. I love the East, I love the West. North and South, they're both the best. But I'll only go there as a guest, 'cause I love being here with you. I love the sea, I love the shore, I love the rocks and what is more. With you there, they would never be a bore. I love being here with you. Singing in the shower, laughing by the hour. Life is such a crazy game. I love all kinds of weather as long as we're together. I love to hear you say my name. I like good wine and fine cuisine. Candlelight, I love to sing. Hey, don't get me wrong, you know what I mean. I love being here with you. Blue days with Fred Astaire. Brando's eyes, children's hair. I think to tell you that it's only fair that I love being here with you. Cary Grant, do-da-day. These other charms, they take me away. You ought to hear me when I say that I love being here with you. I tell you, bassist man is sweet and I love Sarah singing. She's something else, you know. She know how to say it, they know how to play it. They wind it up and let it go. I love the thrill of a New York show. I sat in a long, long line to kiss Count Basie's nose. I want to say before I close that I love being here with you. Yeah! Signify! I love the East, I love the West. North and South, they're both the best. But I'll only go there as a guest, 'cause I love being here with you. I love the sea, I love the shore. I love the rocks and what is more. With you there would never be a bore, 'cause I love being here with you. I said the bull is swinging and the old head is singing. Need something else, you know. She know how to do it, they know how to play it. They wind it up and let it go. I love the thrill of a New York show. I'm standing in a long, long line to kiss two Killington doors. I want to hit for our clothes. I love being here with you. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. You know I love it. I love being here with you. Simplifying blue. Yeah. All right, all right. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. I'd like to send this one out to all those swingers out there. I see you on the floor. You can't see me, but I can see you. A one, a two, and you know what to do. Do it again, Charlie. Do it again. Oh, lullaby, birdland, that's what I always hear when you sigh. Never in my wordland would there be words to reveal in a phrase how I feel. Have you ever heard two turtle doves, Bill and Coo, when they love? That's the kind of magic music we make with our lips. We kiss, and there's a weepy old willow. She really knows how to cry. That's how I cry in my pillow. If you grew tired and just said goodbye, lullaby, birdland, whisper low. Kiss me sweet, then we'll go flying high in birdland, high in the sky up above. All because we're in lullaby. Oh yeah. Swing out. Always hear when you sigh. Never in my wordland would there be words to reveal the place I feel, Lord. How I feel. Now have you ever heard two turtle doves, Bill and Coo, when they love? That's the kind of magic music we make with our lips. We kiss, and there's a weepy old willow. She really knows how to cry. That's how I cry in my pillow. If you grew tired and just said goodbye, Chadang do give me down. Kiss me sweet, then we'll go flying high in birdland, high in the sky up above. We're in love. We're in love. Ba-da-da. Peter Buck on the drums, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, isn't he wonderful? Aren't they wonderful? Get up for me, Charlie. Okay, I want you guys to take it easy out there. And guys, if you decide to dip her, don't drop her, okay? Love song for you and me. turn down the light, turn down the bed, turn down these voices here in my head. Honey, lay down with me and tell me no lies. Just hold me close, don't patronize, don't patronize me. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it wants. Here in the dark, these final hours, I will lay down my heart and I'll feel the power, but you won't. No, you won't. And I can't make you love me if you don't. Oh no, baby.
Oh no.
Oh no. I'll close my eyes and I won't see the love you don't feel when you're holding me. Honey, morning will come and I'll do just right, but give me till then to give up this fight, and I will give up this fight. But I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it wants. Here in the dark, your final hours, I will lay down my heart and I'll feel the power that you want. if you don't. Oh no,
Oh no,
no, you got to love me bad, baby. It won't work, baby. Just say you love me one time. Tell me you need me. It won't work without you. Whoa, this is strictly for the signifying blues fans and people. And thank you so much. And thank you so much for donating. And thank you so much for believing in us. Just thank you. 2, 3. I got the blues. People got money, still got problems. Go to a psychiatrist, try to help them solve it. Lord, any way you look at it, still call the blues. Baby need new shoes, mama need a new dress. Daddy's out scuffling, trying to do his best. Lord, any way you look at it, ain't it still called the blues? Hey, I said it makes no difference what you do or say. You know that the blues might still come your way. Just when you think it's all about to end, along comes something and start it all over again. Party on Saturday, you go to church on Sunday. Don't leave you because you got to get back to work on Monday. Lord, any way you look at it, still call the blues. Hey, Charlie, give me some, Charlie. Charles Small on guitar. Ricky, give me a little bit. Ricky, give me a little bit. Peter Buck on the drums. Hey, I said it makes no difference what you do or say. You know that the blues might still come your way. Just when you think it's all about to end, I said along comes something and start it all over again. You party on Saturday, you go to church on Sunday. Get back to work on Monday. Lord, any way you look at it, still call the blues. Any blues. That's why they call it signifying, I guess. Hey, hold it. Don't drop her. All right. Now wait a minute, fellas. Now my name is Barbara Morrison. Some people call me B. Watch it. Some people call me Babs. I just want to get the record straight. Now some of you women out there probably think I'm looking at your man right now. But I ain't got nothing to worry about. I got my own man. I don't need nobody's man. I'm from a little town in Michigan called Romulus. That's R-O-M-U-L-U-S. Being from a small town, people talk about you. You know what I mean? Well, I want to set the record straight. I got my own man. I don't need your man. Did you hear what he said? He said, I do too. I got my own man. You need to stop. Be quiet and listen to the song. Yeah. This is on one of my CDs, and it's called I'm Getting Long. All right. Do you understand? So listen carefully to my song. Just practice what I say do. You know what I mean? You'll be all right. Here I come, fellas. I got a cold, cold feeling. It feels just like ice around my heart. I got a real cold feeling. It feels just like ice around my heart. And I know I'm gonna quit somebody every time this feeling starts. You know what? See, I cried like a baby when you left last Friday night. It's because you took all the keys and the cable TV remote. I broke down and cried like a baby when you left last Friday night. Let me tell you something. I done made me some connections. I think old Barbara's gonna be getting along all right. I'll tell you why, you see. Listen here. You see, my Iceman, he's a nice man, just as nice as he can be, 'cause he goes and collects all his money and he brings it on home to me. Now my meat man, he's a sweet man. He brings me steaks every day. He says, Barbara, lie still in the dark with me and you ain't never got to pay. Now my rent man, he done told me, Barbara, don't you worry about your rent, 'cause as long as you keep loving me, your rent won't cost a cent. Now my coal man, he's an old man. He's almost 92. Let me tell all you young men, that old man sure knows what to do. I cried like a baby when you left last Friday night. I told you not to worry about me. Don't you drop her. Hold gonna be doing just fine. Don't worry about me. Hey, 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 don't drop them. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I told you not to worry about me. I'm getting along all right. I thought that would be a nice little ditty. All right. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's all those guys tried to do me too. They did it all the time, you know. That's okay. I'm not gonna let them get away with it. B minor. Well, my friend, all my friends, feel it's their point of duty. They keep trying to tell me, all you want to do is use me. Well, my answer, but all they want to use me so. I said I want to spread the news that if it feels this good getting used, just keep on using me. Lord, to you, unto you, my sister, there she is, they call her Foxy Brown. She sat me right down and she talked to me. I didn't want to hear nothing she had to say, because she had Bianca with her. She told me that I ought not let you just walk on me. Well, I'm sure she meant well, but when I told us through, I told her, sister, if you only knew, you'd wish you were in my shoes. Just keep on using me. Lord, do you? Come on, signify, signify. Lord, do you? Sometimes, oh, sometimes, it's true, you really do abuse me. Take me fast on slow records, take me slow on fast records. You get me in a crowd of high-class people like Jeremy Carberry. Then you act real rude to me. Well, but oh, baby, 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 when you love me, I can't get enough. I said, I want to spread the news. I want to do it. I want to spread the news. I want to do it. I'm going to signify right now. You see, now's the time for all good men to get together with one another. We got to honor our problems, honor our sorrows, try to live as brothers, and try to find peace with mind without stepping on one another. And do respect the women of the world. Remember, we all have mothers. We got to make this land a better land in the world in which we live. We got to make this plan a better plan. Solve the problems that we feel. I know we can make it. I know that we can. I know darn well we can work it out. Yes, we can. I know we can. Yes, we can. Why don't we if we want to? Yes, we can. I know we can make it work. I know we can make it if we try.
Oh, yes, we can. I know we can. Yes, we can. Why don't
sing it,
we
Ricky.
if we want
Sing
to?
it for
Yes,
me.
we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. I know we can. Yes, we can. Why don't we if we can?
Yes, we can. I know we can. Yes, we can. Why don't we if we want? Yes, we can. I can't signify. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. I want you to use me. Use me. Use me. Use me. Oh, yeah. Go ahead and use me. Use me up. Ricky, you know what? I want you to sing me a song. Mr. Ricky Taylor on vocals.
This is
Mr.
our
Ricky
fork in the
Taylor.
road. Love's last episode. There's nowhere to go. Oh no, you made a choice. Now it's up to me to bow out gracefully. Though you hold a key, lady, whenever you call me, I'll be there. Whenever you want me, I'll be there. Whenever you need me, I'll be there. I'll be around. I knew just what to say, but now I found out today, oh, the world's all slipped away. I know there's always a chance, a tiny spark remains, and sparks turn into flames. Love will burn once again, and I know you know. Whenever you call me, I'll be there. Whenever you want me, I'll be there. Whenever you need me, I'll be there. I'll be around. Oh yeah. Yeah, whenever you call me, I'll be there. Whenever you want me, I'll be there. You never have to call. I tell you, baby, I'll be around. Never ever ever leave you lonely. I'll never ever leave you alone. Call out my name.
I'll be around. Right now,
Tony Guerrero, number
We're live.
40. Number
Happy
40.
40th anniversary,
Oh
Terrence.
my gosh, man. Can you believe it? And
I was so excited I forgot to tell Facebook to watch. So let me just I'm gonna
please tell them to watch, and we'll just watch the back of your head. Anyway, what you were seeing on there is Barbara Morrison doing a live performance at her own Barbara Morrison Performing Arts Center streaming. She's got Charles Small on guitar. That's Ricky Taylor on bass, the great Ricky Taylor, Peter Buck on drums. And, you know, please support her great community work and donate to the Barbara Morrison Performing Arts Center at barbaramorrison.com. You guys know I have such a great history, almost 18 years with Barbara at Steamers, and we had her set to come in this last Thursday, and of course the restrictions happened, but we're seeing light at the end of the tunnel. It looks like our New Year's Eve is still going to be on, barring any bad news. But anyway, we have, I don't know if we're going to be going back to see her, but I think that's all that we have now. Tonight we have some great guests. And first, Jeff Kashua and Maria Shafer. Jeff's an incredible, talented saxophone player. And, of course, Maria Shafer's a wonderful vocalist. They're going to be here. And we want to ask you to join us this Thursday because the show must go on, right, Tony?
The show must go on.
This Thursday on the stage at JAX. Stacy Griesbach, a Los Angeles-based vocalist, she's going to bring her passion for jazz and country music with the highly acclaimed album projects, her jazz interpretation of Patsy Cline and Shania Twain.
Come on, buddy. Shania Twain. Don't you listen to country?
What did I say, Shania?
Yeah, you said Shania.
Well, you know, I'm a jazzer, but hey, this performance will also include a stylized holiday classics. And, of course, in case anybody's wondering, it's going to be live on the stage, but there's going to be no audience but you guys. So we are encouraging you to help us keep this jazz going by donating at steamersjax.com. Help us with these streamings. We're going to continue doing this. The band is coming out there, and they're helping us out through this also.
And you know what? I think a lot of people, because these streams stay online, a lot of people are feeling like, oh, I can do something else at that time and watch it later. I would encourage everybody on Thursday night to really watch it live, and let's try to be part of keeping live music together as much as we can. So.
Yeah, and actually you'll have while it's going on, you can comment and she'll be answering back when she gets a chance. And we just hope that you can help us continue doing this. Nobody expected this would happen, but we're keeping it going here. And as
far as New Year's goes, like you said, it's on for now. I mean, we're planning on it happening, and I'm just going to guess that there will probably, in our lifetimes, never be another year that people want to ring in more than this one.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And end it with Tony Guerrero there too.
I will be there. Yes.
For those of you who don't know, Tony played at Steamers the closing night there. Can you believe that?
I've closed all the Orange County jazz clubs.
One at a time.
AT Jazz, Cafe Lido, The View.
Yeah. That's right. Oh my God. So what are we going to do? I think our next step is we're going to bring in and do an intro video of Jeff Kashua, right?
We're going to watch a video from Jeff first, which Jeff is an old friend of mine. In fact, I was realizing that I think we didn't go to college together, but I think we met sometime around then. And he just like instantly within a couple of years had this great career happening. And we'll talk about that a little bit with him.
Right. Now, I'm wondering if Shania Twain is watching right now and really upset with me.
I would be. By the way, I had the hugest crush on Shania Twain when she came out back in the 90s.
Oh my gosh.
So if she's watching, it's too late. I'm married now.
Yeah, there you go. Well, guess what? I got a crush on you, so it's okay, Tony.
It's too late, Terrence.
There you go. All right, let's go to the video.
All right.
Hello. Jeff Kashua became known as one of the most compelling young saxophonists in contemporary jazz during his first year with the Rippingtons. Kashua performed hundreds of shows all over the world and appeared on many of the band's classic recordings. It surprised many when Jeff left the group to venture out on his own, but he had things to say through his own music. Kashua has 9 CDs released under his own name and has continued to record as a guest artist with many others. In 2004, he founded the Sax Pack, a trio of saxophone headliners, including himself, Steve Cole, and Kim Waters. The group released 2 CDs together and charmed audiences. In 2006, Jeff reunited with the Rippingtons for the 20th anniversary tour and continues to record and tour with the group as often as his busy schedule will allow. In addition to touring with the Sax Pack and his own group, Kashua has expanded his career to include the realm of music education, teaching various courses throughout the music program at Shoreline Community College in Seattle. Steamers Jazz is proud to present Jeff Kashua.
We're back.
We're back, Tony.
Terrence, meet Jeff Kashua.
Hello, Jeff, nice to meet you, my friend. It's good to hear you, man. Well, sorry I never had a chance to have you at Steamers or anything like that, but I think you've been pretty busy guy, you know, admiring Tony Guerrero's big band arrangements and things like that, you know.
Absolutely. I was just, pre-roll.
I love my story. We'll wait. Go ahead. No, I'm just kidding.
What I was saying was you are an outstanding arranger. I've always known you to be a great musician, but now you've expanded that into arrangement and orchestra.
Well, it's been great having you on the show, Jeff. And hey, so Terrence, I'll just say this. I go back a long ways with Jeff, and as I was just approaching tonight, just trying to think, I actually don't remember, Jeff, exactly when we met. My earliest recollection of you, when did you get out of college? When did you graduate college?
I'll graduate in 2 months. No.
There you go.
No, I graduated in like 86, something like that.
Okay, so that works out because when I started college late 84, so 84 through, whenever I unceremoniously left college. So yeah, we were in college at the same time, but not at the same school. But my earliest recollection of you was hanging out backstage at one of the jazz festivals in Northern California. I don't remember Sacramento or wherever it was, but just briefly, although I feel like I knew you already by that day. So I don't know how that happened, but from then I was telling Terrence, like you and I did some stuff together in town over the years. And then you just kind of, at one point we heard Jeff Kashwell got the gig with the Rippingtons and he was off and running, and never talked to any of us again.
Yeah.
I have to go.
What's that?
I got some really important people to talk to, so I have to go.
That's right.
Right.
No,
and so
I'll tell you my recollection of our meeting. Well, I know that, I don't know when it first started, but I know that we worked together way back at a struggling musical theater in San Clemente.
yes, you're right. Yeah.
But we might have met before that.
So we did meet before that, but yes, that whole, really quickly, my very first gig out of high school was at a dinner theater called the Harlequin. Well, it was it called the Harlequin then? Sebastian's West, that's what it's called, which is now the Casino San Clemente.
Oh,
and then from there, and Greg Vale, that's when I met Greg Vale, was on that very first gig, very first rehearsal. He was sitting next to me, and he was so disgusted with me because I had just graduated high school and he had just graduated college, and he hated that we were on the same gig making the same money. And never quite let that go. But we did a bunch of those dinner theaters together, me and Greg. And so I think you were one of his first call subs
right
for that. Yeah. And that's because you guys were in school together.
I'll tell you what, Greg's a fine musician. We would trade gigs all the time. And it's a funny thing. I was just telling my wife about this the other day. I will, to this day, reminisce about those times by myself. I'm going to be sitting in my studio by myself and think about those times and start busting out laughing because I believe it was your mission while there was a scene going on and we were resting to make me laugh by showing me lewd pictures that you drew.
That would have been me.
Yes.
by cracking a joke, something. It was just so fun. my face hurt after that, not from the chops, but from smiling and laughing so much
Yeah.
behind the scenes. So that was really a special time.
Those were fun. We were given a lot of leeway to mess with the show. I remember shooting spitwads at the actors on stage and stuff like that. Yeah,
that's
great.
so professional. So professional.
Yeah,
Good
so
example.
professional. Yeah. So yeah, very fun times. But yeah, then as we both got into the recording world and the contemporary jazz scene, like your career just really took off, and I mean you've had a long history of just being top of the game. It's been really great to see over all these years. So,
and that's very kind of you. But my perception is I'm just starting, just another year, and I'll get it going.
Right.
That's great.
I remember speaking to Greg Vale when he got a gig with a band called Kilauea.
Yes.
And at the time, Greg was private teaching a lot, and I remember he went to his wife and said, "I got this great gig, and I'm gonna have to quit teaching, but we're gonna it's this huge deal. We're going to be touring and recording." And she said, "Well, I'm so glad you're going to be successful. I just hope we can afford it."
That's a very good quote.
Yeah.
That's
Jeff, why don't you tell a little story about how you went from the Rippingtons to breaking into your own career, and what was going on in your head at that time, and
Yeah, it was a hard decision to leave the group. I did 2 stints of 9 years. So towards the end of the first stint, I started recording my own material, which became the album Remember Catalina. And it wasn't like I was gangbusters. So I was able to record it, release it, do a few odd gigs here and there to support it, but still work with the Rippingtons. And it was that way for quite a while. But after a while, a couple albums down, like the third album, which I did with Native Language, which was, I think where most people might know me from, because the first 2 were such a small label, no one even heard the music. But anyway, at that point, I figured it was time to leave. So it's like you roll the dice. You think, I love this group, I love this job, but I need to devote more time to my own solo efforts. It's like, the old investing in yourself kind of.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, one of the things I've loved about watching you through all your records is you've been able to keep the same guys for the most part. Like even just the stuff you just released that this week I saw, and I'm like, there's Melvin Davis and Dave Hooper, and just all the guys you've been working with for years. I love that. I mean, those are some of the best players around. But
what's interesting about thank you for noticing that. I'm very much, I know what sound I'm looking for, and those guys, when I found them, or not as if I discovered them, but when I hired them, I thought that's exactly the way I want the bass to sound. That's exactly the way I want the drums to sound.
Right.
And what's just funny is I asked them, I don't know, 20 years down the road, do you guys play together without me, like in another situation? And they kind of in different configurations, but not all of them. No. So it's the unique combination that I think gets the sound that I want.
Yeah, that's great that you've been able to keep that going all this time. And yeah, it's awesome. And those are, I mean, Melvin is just such a dear friend of mine. And I worked with Hooper many times over the years. But it's just great to see that. And I just love that when I saw that latest release too.
Oh, great. Yeah. It's my boys.
And Jeff and I've played on one of his records or 2, and he's played on a couple of mine, and
more than that, Tony, I called you for a session. I wanted to pay you for a song, and you actually helped me arrange the horn parts too. Came up with some very, very solid ideas for the horn arrangement. We recorded it in your bedroom. I remember that, and it became the Ah Ooh song, which is my one big one that kind of got a lot of people got to hear. And you would refuse payment, so I would like to now PayPal you your session payment.
Watch how much has changed, because I'm not refusing it now.
Jeff, Tony played at Steamers for probably 15 years that I was there, at least once a month or so. He never refused the $50 I gave him for playing, right?
Well, but that was $50 for all 100 shows I did.
Oh, okay, there you go.
That is a deal. $50 for that much Tony Guerrero.
Well, I remember on that session too that was probably I seem to remember that part of what I was nervous about with your session was that was the first like professional, legitimate record that I was going to record my stuff at home.
Right.
And so I was really nervous about, could I do it right and engineer it and make it all happen right? I had done, like little projects for friends and been learning how to record at home. And I think we were on ADATs at the time, not even Pro Tools.
I remember the gear. I think it was a Blueberry microphone you had.
Yep. Yeah.
And it was a Roland, the hard disk recorder thing.
You're right. The 1680. Oh my gosh. It wasn't even the ADAT.
I was impressed. You could work your way around that like a fax machine.
I don't think I can even turn it on now, but yeah, but I was nervous about that. I remember that, but yeah, what a great tune that was too. We should have planned on playing that here. I mean,
Yep.
But now how long have you been up north? Because you left LA a while ago.
Yeah, I think I've lost track of time. 23, 24, I guess 24 years. I can't remember. Yeah.
That long. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long time. Yeah.
And we're gonna have you play, aren't we?
Sure.
Yeah.
Are we? Am I at the?
We'd love it if you would indulge us, please.
Should I get set up to do so?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
There's a procedure I wrote down. Number 1, mute my mic. So I will be silent for a bit. You'll be
all right
about that.
And Terrence, you can read some of the legalese stuff we have to do.
Okay. Yeah. Well, is it going to really be that long or what?
Probably not.
Okay.
But it's awkward
While
silence.
he's getting ready, I want to let everyone know that we are continuing. This is our 40th streaming thing here for the show on Sunday nights, and you can help us out by going to steamersjax.com and throw $1 or $2 in the tip jar. Help us continue doing this. Upcoming this Thursday, Stacy Griesbach will be live on the stage at Campus Jax, which are streaming, and on New Year's Eve we're back to business. We hope. Tony Guerrero and Crystal Lewis. Why did I say?
Twain.
Tony, you froze.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on, man.
I think I'm okay.
Your picture.
All right, Jeff, are you with us now? All right, we're going to hear a little bit from Jeff Cashwell live from somewhere up north. Seattle, right?
Very nice.
Beautiful, Jeff. Jeff, listen, before you change all your mic stuff out, do you have a second song for us? Because we might as well just jump right to it.
Not a live one.
Oh, okay. All right, no worries. That's all. I just wanted to make sure before we disconnected all your mic stuff. Come on back and join us.
All right.
Beautiful, man. You have such a great sound.
Oh yeah! Wow.
Thank you very much. Someone remind me next song not to write so many key changes. I think I missed a couple.
There's you have that awkward thing of like, what do you do when you're playing to a track and there's an instrumental section that doesn't include you and you just have to stand there and kind of wait.
I'm really good at listening.
Yeah, we did one of the videos we shot with Jane and Kate. There's a whole section of that, and they had a lot of fun with that moment in the video. But I digress. Let's go back to you. So, hey, tell us about some of the other stuff you're working on. You have new stuff coming out, right?
I do indeed. Yeah, I'm just finishing up a brand new CD. It's being mixed as we speak, and same guys, along with a brass section from Seattle.
Nice.
Trombone, French horn.
Wow.
Yep. And I'm really happy with that part of it. So it's very organic in that way. Plus, I played flutes and clarinets and things like that.
Yeah.
To really, certain songs are larger that way with full arrangements, and then some songs are very intimate, very just rhythm section and sax. So it's a diverse thing going on.
Yeah. You said you're playing French horn?
No. I hired.
Actually, I was going to say,
yeah,
embouchure must be.
Yeah, I won't go too far into it, but this is one of the youngest musicians I've ever hired. At the time, he was 17.
Wow.
Nailed it. No auto-tune, folks. He just came in. I gave him the parts. He played it beautifully.
Oh, that's right. Is that the track we just heard? I noticed like some warm brass stuff. Is that from there?
This album kind of started this whole process of brass, but this is from an earlier 2017 release, and that was a gentleman who teaches up over at Cornish, which is one of the classical schools here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you're in Seattle, right?
Yep.
So go ahead, Tony.
Well, I was going to ask about I know you teach at one of the colleges there, also at Shoreline, right?
Yes, Shoreline Community College, and ever since March we've been COVID city, so we've been online, and I was already an online teacher for the music technology. So I teach. I'm the chair of the department in music technology, so we teach Pro Tools, Logic, Live, Sibelius, music notation software.
Awesome.
And then the other half of my teaching thing was the ensembles, jazz ensemble, a funk and groove band, which we're going to hear a little later on. And then what else? Oh, and then something called the Snarky Ensemble, a fusion ensemble.
Nice.
Yeah.
Snarky?
Snarky, as in Snarky Puppy.
That you're with that group?
No, the college ensemble.
I was going to say
I just stole their name.
That's an interesting group themselves. So are there things like later on in the next year that have been canceled, or are they able to start planning live stuff for you or anything like that?
Zero.
No.
We won't. Yeah, we're working on this technology for all you tech geeks out there. This is pretty cool. It's called Splash Top. It's remote access. So basically, the problem is we're teaching software, right? And not every student has a Mac, and not every student owns Pro Tools, Logic. They don't have access to our labs at school anymore because they're locked out. So we got this thing called.
That's a good point. Yeah,
Splash Top, right? Which allows anybody with a Mac or PC to hack into the school computers and actually utilize the software and the hardware at the school.
Exactly.
And it routes audio back, including MIDI.
Wow.
To the host.
At my paying job, my day job, I'm an IT guy, and I use Splash Top Business and the streamer.
What's it called? Splash Top?
Splash Top Business. Yeah. And you can, you pay for a license and a certain amount of people, but it's super fast. It's got a great file transfer. It's really, really good.
So Jeff, for myself and for others listening, is that a platform where I could do a session with somebody else at home and it's relatively real time and we're hearing each other? Is that?
Let's see. You could, okay. So you as the producer could be on someone else's computer if they have Pro Tools or whatever you work
right.
on. You could be if you're sitting in the room with them.
Yeah.
and you could say, hey, let's take it from, letter D and let's take another take.
Because I know I can do that with things like TeamViewer and AnyDesk, but I don't get the audio. So the audio is really interesting to me. I'll have to look into that.
I am actually surprised how well it works.
Yeah, that's great. Awesome. Okay, good. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Essentially, it is kind of like a TeamViewer Pro, but it's you don't have the live streaming video while you're doing it, but you're watching real time, and there's no lag. And I've got
the audio is great because I do stuff all the time where I may control a session or help somebody with a session at home from here, but I can't hear what's going on. I just, so yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right. Well, good. Jeff, I think we have to go because this is actually like a timed show.
Oh, okay.
And everything.
All right.
What a pleasure to meet you, and hopefully we'll see you sometime,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Jeff. I know you haven't been down here, but the stage and the setup, everything at Campus JAX, and we've been going during this time too, but it's a great venue and it's right up your alley, like a great sound system, whether we're indoors or outdoors, great sound system, lights, whole thing. Your band would be great here. And all the guys are close by, of course. Melvin's played here a few times.
Yeah.
I would love to. I will consider this a recorded invitation.
That's it.
I'll play it.
Well, as I will consider this a recorded offer of paying me for that session back.
That's right. Tony will add his $50 to your.
Right. Hey man, it's really great seeing you and talking to you again. And
what a pleasure, man! What a pleasure. Thank you. Stay safe.
We're gonna go out. We're gonna go out with another video of yours. Maybe you can set it up for us. It's called "Giving In." Is that right?
No,
not that. Is that the right one? Yeah, "Giving In."
Are we doing Giving In or are we doing Wonderland?
I think that one we're going to do at the end of the night.
Okay. So Giving In. The quick story is I finished recording all the sax parts to the album last summer. Then the mouthpiece company called Jody Jazz that I'm associated with sent me a new mouthpiece to try out, and I loved it. So I said, okay, start over, and I recorded the entire thing over again.
Wow, you're kidding.
Because I like the sound of the new mouthpiece is better. It's like, this is actually the sound I was going for. So anyway, I did everything again. So I decided, well, it should record all the recording sessions for the new CD. So what you're going to watch is not too exciting. It's just me standing right here, but it's the actual recording of the part that you hear on the single.
Wow, that's great, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, man, thanks for
the pleasure.
Thank you.
Available everywhere, right?
Yes.
The new album, is it out now?
The album's not out. The single is available.
The single is out.
All
right, here we go.
Early 2021. Bye-bye.
All right. Thanks, Jeff.
See you.
Wow.
Okay, good friends.
Oh man, that was great.
He's great. I knew he was somebody like weeks ago. I knew we needed to have him on, so I just kept not calling. He's great. So
one of the greats that I'm surprised I never had an opportunity to have him at Steamers, but I think that he was gone by then, and of course he wasn't going to accept the $50, was he? Anyway. So we'll be. I guess what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about what we got coming up. We have Maria coming up and joining us in a minute, but I want to let everybody know that for those of you who are wondering about what we're doing here at Campus JAX, we're still doing a concert this Thursday with Stacy Griesbach. She's a Los Angeles-based vocalist. She's bringing her passion for jazz and country music with her highly acclaimed album projects, including jazz interpretations of Patsy Cline and Shania Twain. And she's going to do some holiday classics with that also. But and it's going to be on the stage at JAX, but we are going to be broadcasting it, and we encourage you guys to watch it.
There's no audience. It's the band streaming live, so there's no live going on.
We're sticking to the rules here, but you can watch it live. And I'm sure even though she won't see you there, she'll feel the presence of you there. And we hope that you can do that. And you can also help us up with all of these streaming. This is our 40th Sunday that we've done this. Can you believe that? 40 Sundays, Tony?
I can believe I've lasted.
I know. Can you believe it? I should be dead by now. And, it does cost a little to put these things on. So go to steamersjax.com. Throw a buck or two in the tip jar, and I think what we're going to do is watch a video of Maria Shafer before we bring her in, and I believe it's an original music setting for Maya Angelou's poem, "The Perpetual Ascent." Is that correct, Tony?
I believe so, and we'll have to talk to her about that. But she's a fantastic young singer, so I'm excited to be able to have her on and get to talk to her a little bit. So let's check this out, and then we'll be back with Maria Shafer.
All right.
You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room, just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of the tides, just like hope rising high, still I'll rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops breaking by my soulful cries? cries over cries, just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of the tides, just like hope rising high, still I'll rise. You may hurt me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Thank you.
Born near Vancouver, BC, Canada, with a childhood in Pryor, Oklahoma, Maria Shafer has spent her young adulthood in Southern California. After time spent at Mount Sac in Bruce Rogers' groups Syncopation and Chamber Singers, she completed her jazz studies at Cal State University, Long Beach with Christine Guter and her group Pacific Standard Time. Over the last 5 years, Maria has toured the United States, Canada, and Japan twice over with the Glenn Miller Orchestra, competed in competitions in Latvia and Austria, produced 2 of her own albums and recorded on many albums for other leaders, and performs all around California with her intimate guitar duos, modern jazz quartets, and hard-swinging 8-piece Little Big Band. Maria has performed at the Montreal Symphony House, Carnegie Hall in New York City, Monterey Jazz Festival, the Blue Note in Tokyo, the Cotton Club in Tokyo, Japan, and many other places. Steamers Jazz at Campus JAX is proud to present Maria Shafer. Yay! Maria Shafer, how are you?
Thank you. I'm well. How are you?
I'm great. I'm really good. Happy to see you. Happy to, I guess, formally meet you. We
Yes.
talked a little earlier. You talked about, being at Steamers with Syncopation and the Jam and stuff like that. And I just wish that we had the time to meet back then, really. But now's the present, right?
Coming full circle. There we go.
That's good. That's good. Well,
yeah. And, I'm sorry it's taken so long to have you on, because I remember watching one of your live streams from home several months ago and thinking, oh, we need to get her on Sunday night. And so I'm glad we finally did it. But welcome to our little show here.
Thank you. It's my honor.
Yeah. So tell us, one of the questions we've been asking a lot of people is just, what have you been doing during quarantine to keep your musical juices flowing?
Yeah. Well, 2020 was supposed to be a very big year for me. I had booked my first European tour, my second West Coast tour.
Oh, no.
My European tour, the first date was on my 30th birthday. So
wow.
I felt very big for myself. But yeah, I'm a singer. That's how I make my living. And it's pretty darn hard to make music with just one voice, unless I wanted to endlessly loop. So honestly, I've been working on my piano chops. Not that they're chops by any means, but I've been working on songwriting and delving deeper into arranging, listening to a lot of Nelson Riddle arrangements, and
beautiful.
Just figuring out how, even if I'm just one instrument, how can I better work on sculpting the whole experience of a song. So I don't know if that's necessarily a finite one thing that I've been working on, but basically just, deepening my experience with music, and hopefully that'll reflect itself in my performances as well.
Right. Oh, that's great to hear, because I do think it's a crime to have all this time forced on us and not use it to do something, like that. So I think that's great that you're doing that.
I'd be interested in hearing, because we've talked to quite a few people here, and what was when this whole thing hit, and you had, like you talked about, your first California tour and the European tour, when they call you, do they say, we don't know when, or like that's it? Oh, has there been ongoing conversations about moving it to next year, or I'm just wondering how that whole process has been for you.
Yeah, I think the first 3 months, I definitely tried to revive things. Keeping in touch. Maybe we can just push things out 6 months. See how things go. And then I think when the travel ban was implemented, stating that Americans couldn't travel to the EU, I was like, oh, okay, this is big. And full disclaimer, I do also have an office job where I'm working in manufacturing and actually dealing with a lot of international clients. And so I was also getting a lot of information on the other side about how serious this was from people on the ground. And I think sometime in October, I was looking again at booking another tour in 2021. And I, at this point, have just been sitting tight, just working on the music. I really can't justify the cost, not in booking flights or anything, but in terms of, just the repeated follow-ups and booking things. And then, so yeah, just right now I'm sitting tight on that, but I'm working on new recording projects with friends, kind of pulling out through my Rolodex, who is it that I've always wanted to record with? And, I haven't reached out to them yet, but I'm working on kind of my.
Oh, that explains why I haven't had that call.
That's right. I was going to say.
I'm getting my portfolio ready so I can pitch it to you. Do you?
No, I think
now's the time to ask.
I think you're covered with trumpet players.
This is fair, Terrence. I'm married to a trumpet player. Yes. But yeah, just not putting anything on the calendar yet, but just trying to make sure that my skills and my technique and my songbook is ready to go whenever opportunities come up again.
Yeah.
Well, and first of all, booking your first tour, that especially to Europe, that's a really, people may not realize how challenging that is, and it takes a lot of not only effort but just building your career up. And I will say that the first time I heard you was before I really knew you were local and all that, but I heard you on the radio, and turned it up because I really dug it. I can't remember which tune, but it was a bossa nova thing, and so you've been putting out, is the one record, or you have a couple out right now?
2 full-length ones and 1 Christmas EP.
Oh, okay.
And then
with Shane Zavala, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Shane is my favorite guitarist that I have access to in the world. Actually, I shouldn't put that caveat in there. He's my favorite guitarist to work with. So all of my albums have been with him, and my first album was all my own arrangements, everything. It was a remote organization thing. I was on a tour with a big band at the time, and I had 2 weeks off break. So I flew Shane over to New Orleans, and I used other local New Orleans musicians.
Wow.
And put that first album out there just to kind of get, lay the first tracks down, and get my feet wet.
Good for you. Wow.
Thanks. And I'm not on any particular production schedule. I'm not trying to do, 1 album a year. It's definitely the music's got to be there first.
Yeah.
But I already had a few different album concepts on running in my head for 2020, which is kind of part and parcel where the tours came in. So 2021 is definitely, there will be music coming out.
Yeah.
Can't say how much, but at least 1 album.
I love that, just hearing how you've just been making all that happen in your career like that. It's one of the things about what we do is I think the musicians who sit and wait for the phone to ring all the time do a lot of sitting and waiting, and it really makes a difference if you get out there and make things happen. So I love that. I love that you flew them out there and did that in New Orleans. You had the time off. That's great. Who were you out with? Which big band?
That was with the Glenn Miller Orchestra, like 1940s World War II era
Sure.
music.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. How long were you with them?
Just about 2 years.
I have an embarrassing, I don't know if it's embarrassing. I have a little story about the Glenn Miller Orchestra, that when I was in high school, my friend and I were driving somewhere, and, in high school, and this was back in the 80s, of course, the big band, when I thought of big band, it was Glenn Miller. That was it, or Benny Goodman. It was that era of big band. And we were driving somewhere and there was like a little motel or hotel or something, and we saw this big bus out there, and we happened to notice as we drove by it said Glenn Miller Orchestra on the top, you know, the banner or whatever.
Mhm.
So we pulled over and we were just like staring at it, and there was nobody around. And I was so excited that I wrote a little note. I can't remember exactly what I said, but I wrote a note to them, to the Glenn Miller band, and put it on the windshield wiper. And, you know, I can't remember what I said, but I've always remembered that I did that. And now years later, I know it was just like probably the dumpiest little motel, you know, here. Now I understand a little bit more what touring life is like. At the time, it seemed pretty glamorous.
Yes, I am now. It's pretty neat. Like I plotted out all the points where we traveled, and thankfully we also went international to Japan every fall. And I'm from Canada, and I got to tour in Canada and see my family there. But I'm definitely intimately familiar with the interior parts of the United States now.
Yeah, great.
So, are we going to get to hear you sing? I heard, possibly.
Yes. Yep.
We'd love to hear that.
I mentioned that I have been working on my piano playing this year, so this is, you know, just the bare minimum of piano playing. But this is actually a Christmas song that popped out of my brain this year, just thinking about not being able to visit people, and it's called This Year. So here's
you wrote. Oh, awesome! Beautiful.
Yes, it's a little Christmas tune for y'all.
Okay.
I'm staying home this year, won't travel far this year. I'll drop a line, send you a card, I'll decorate it, I'm sure it's not hard, and it's best for the rest this year. I'll go all out this year, but won't go out this year. I'll send a gift, perhaps 2 or 3, along with cash to buy you a tree, to be delivered, heard it's for free this year. And oh my love, how I miss you, and my lips long to kiss you, but I know I can't be near this year. And let me say, every letter that you write makes it better, for I know I'll see you soon next year. So I'm staying home this year, call on a phone this year. Let's set a time for us to rewind. Our Christmas is first yours and then mine, and that's how we'll be fine this year. This year.
That's great. Wow.
That's awesome.
I didn't put a number year in it, so hopefully it'll get a little longevity past just this year.
I'm a big fan of original music, and I'm a big fan of original Christmas music. So I love
beautiful.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's great.
Thank you.
And the piano sounds great. So
sounds great, and the vocal through the mic is really nice. It just really came out beautiful. That's fantastic.
Thank you so much.
So we're gonna have to bring you to Campus JAX. You know, that's for sure, right, Tony?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we will.
And with a better trumpet player. You know.
Yeah.
You said your husband's a trumpet player.
Yes, he is.
Is it?
Where did you guys meet?
On the Glenn Miller band.
Oh, great.
He was, playing split lead on the band.
Nice.
I remember before I came on the group, I had gone down the roster and memorized everyone's parts that they were playing. And I said, "You're Brad. You play second trumpet." And he was like, "No, split lead." It was
Oh
nice.
yeah, yeah. You can never tell the lead player they aren't playing lead.
I knew I had done something wrong then. I felt there's definitely a rookie singer mistake there.
In a big band, I'm the same way with fourth trumpet. Like you, I am not playing anything above fourth trumpet. It's that's good for me.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So we're gonna. I believe we're going out with.
Oh, we have another tune from her. Are you going to do another?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. I'm sorry.
I wrote down 2, so maybe I was wrong. If you're not prepared, that's okay.
Okay. Let me see. I don't have any sheet music in front of you. In front of me. It doesn't need to be in front of you, obviously.
Well, you don't have to. I don't want to put you on the spot. I thought there were 2 ready to go. So, but
let's do. Do you know how little we know? It's a Carolyn Lay tune.
I don't.
I think I can do that. Maybe
Okay.
I might fudge it a bit, but
All right.
you know.
I've fudged this interview so far.
Pardon me?
I said I fudged this interview so far. So
Jazz, baby, we're all improving. Okay. This won't be as well arranged.
that's all right.
That's okay. How little we know, how much to discover, what chemical forces flow from a lover to lover, how little we understand what touches off that timber, that sudden explosion when 2 tingles in a mingle. Who cares to define how ignorant bliss is? Ooh, those are the cards. Here we go. Who cares with your lips on mine? How ignorant bliss is, so long as you kiss me and the world around us shatters. How little it matters, how little we know, how little it matters, how little we know. All right. That's yeah, one of my
Great song.
favorite lyricists, Carolyn Lay. She also
Yeah.
wrote Witchcraft, I think, with Cy Coleman.
Oh,
Very
okay.
fun, minxy lyrics. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know that song. That's great, and you did great, especially because I put you on the spot like that. But thank you for doing that. And as a reward for that, I have a little present for you. So when we're done with this, text me your address. I'm going to send you this. It's kind of a rare book, but you mentioned studying Nelson Riddle's arrangements.
Mhm.
I have a copy of this that I'm going to send to you.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
Tony.
because I actually have 2 of them, and I know these are hard to find. So
Yes.
okay, so send me your address.
I'm so excited. Okay, certainly. Yes, thank you so much. Very excited.
I'm actually reading his biography right now.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
wrote the biography.
Maybe it's an autobiography, which would answer that question. But I don't remember. No, I don't think so. I can't remember who it is, but it's out there somewhere.
I will look it up.
It's 40 feet away from me, so I can't get it.
So you want to let us know a little bit about this Just Squeeze Me, the video that we've got here?
Sure. Yeah. So that is, I think that song was from my last album release show at the Blue Whale, and it's with the same band that's on the album. The album's called No Broken Hearts, and it features beautiful, beautiful intro and solo from bass player Max Krause. And then we also have James Yoshizawa on drums and then Shane Zavala on guitar. And it's just super swinging and we're having a good time. And it's
Awesome.
It's called Just Squeeze Me.
Thank you so much for being with us.
It was a pleasure to formally meet you and look forward to having you at Campus JAX sometime. And you have a safe and wonderful holiday. And thank you so much for coming on again.
Thank you so much. My pleasure to be here. Hope you all have a good rest of your night.
Talk to you soon. Send me your address.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Treat me sweet and gentle when you say goodnight. Ooh, just squeeze me, but please don't tease me. I get sentimental when you hold me tight. Ooh, just squeeze me, but please don't tease me. Oh, I've been missing you since you went away, singing my blues every day, counting the nights I'm waiting for you. I'm in the mood to let you know I never knew I loved you so. Please say you love me too. When I get this feeling, I'm in ecstasy. Ooh, just squeeze me, but please don't tease me. So I get sad to let go when you hold me tight. Ooh, just squeeze me, but please don't tease me. Ooh, 'cause I've been restless singing our blues of rage, counting the nights and waiting for you. I never knew I loved you so. Oh, please say you love me too. When I get this feeling, I'm in ecstasy. Ooh, just squeeze me, but please don't tease me. I love me, but please don't tease me. I love me, but please don't Thank you so much.
Well, Tony,
40's pretty much in the bag.
40's in the bag, and what a great show. It was really nice because I got to meet Jeff and I, Maria. I've just heard her. Got what a lovely voice she has, and looking forward to get her down at Campus JAX when this thing's all over.
Yeah.
So, want to let everybody know that upcoming this Thursday at Campus JAX Live with no audience, but the audience will be streaming, and hopefully it's you live watching it right here, the same place you're watching this show. Stacy Griesbach will be here. She's a Los Angeles-based vocalist, and she's going to do her jazz interpretations of Patsy Cline and Shania Twain and do some holiday stuff. And hope you can all support us and go to steamersjax.com and throw a few bucks.
By the way, if you're anywhere near Campus JAX, from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, but the kitchen is open and they're serving. They're basically doing to-go menu, so
Exactly.
help support the restaurant and keep that going.
Absolutely.
During
Jack.
recent shutdown. So
Yeah, man. Jack Jasper. Love you, Jack, for keeping this going. Tim Ellis, I want to thank you too. John Wynn and Golden and all the people in the background that have been helping us do this. Very important. We want to keep this alive. Hopefully this is a short period of time that we're in this limbo or whatever, but we're keeping it alive here and hope you can come Thursday night. Also, next Sunday we'll be here with a new show, and on Christmas or New Year's Eve. Tell us what's going on, Tony.
Well, shutdown is a 3-week shutdown, so New Year's Eve is still on the books, and we're planning on being there. And it's Crystal Lewis and her band includes me. So, who does not want to ring in this next year?
That's right.
So let's get your tickets now, and we'll see you there, I hope.
All right, Tony, love you, man. It's a pleasure always. We're gonna leave with Jeff Kashua, right?
Jeff Kashua, and this is the college group that he teaches, the Shoreline Community College Jazz Ensemble, doing Winter Wonderland, and they're from up in I believe Seattle. And we're gonna send you out with this. So Merry Christmas, although it's not Christmas yet, but it's Winter Wonderland, so Merry Christmas.
See y'all this week.
See you soon.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Sleep bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, the snow is glistening.
here to stay is a new bird. He sings our songs as we go along, walking here we don't wanna live. In the meadow we could build a snowman, then pretend that he is fussy brown. We say, are you ready? We say, no man. You can do the job when you're in town. Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire. The face are afraid, the path that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. In the lane, the snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Beautiful sight, happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland.